Hello there everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Thomas Krallo, and in this video we're going to talk about some very important dates and times that you have to be watching in the coming days that are going to really move the Bitcoin price, the catalyst events, and there are many of them that are coming in the next few days that you as a trader, as an investor, really have to pay attention to. Otherwise you're going to be risking to lose a lot of money. So for that reason this video is all for you. So if you're into Bitcoin, Ethereum, cryptocurrencies in general, then stick around till the end. And I know that my videos sometimes are really long, but they are jam-packed with super useful information. So always try to watch my videos using this 1.5 speed, so you can actually speed it up here on YouTube and it's going to be much faster, but you have to watch it from the beginning and until the end. We're going to take a look at some technicals, then move on to some news and all the important days that you really have to watch, because they're going to be incredible fundamental catalyst events for us to actually trade. Because remember, as I told you many times before, that currently the fundamentals are dominant at the markets right now, and especially in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Technical analysis is great for controlling your trade, etc. But right now, as everything is looking very grim, really want to pay attention to very important fundamental stuff. So this is what this video is going to be all about. And as always, if you are brand new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button right now and also hit that notification bell as well, so that you're always notified when I make a new upload. And down in the description of this video there is a link to my free Telegram channel, a huge free trading community that you can join and develop as a professional trader. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. Alright guys and girls, so I'm actually gearing up for some really cool trades that I'm gonna actually keep you updated about. And if you're gonna be asking me where am I gonna be putting those trades in, it's gonna be over on Bybit and also over on BitGet. And with my exclusive links down in the description or in the pinned comment, you can open an account either with BitGet or with Bybit. With BitGet, actually it's licensed in USA, so you don't need to really use any VPN as with, for example, Bybit. And also BitGet, you can set up, or with Bybit, you can set up an account within like 20 seconds. There is no KYC with either of them, and they're really big and super reliable. And with my links, you'll get up to $9,100 in free bonuses on top of your initial deposit, up to 5K with BitGet and up to $4,100 with Bybit. Also discount on fees, and with BitGet, you'll get an automatic $5 bonus, which is credited every week to the users using my link to sign up with BitGet, and also a 10% refund on your futures trading, which is when you move your money into your derivatives account, which is epic. And also check out this tutorial, I'm going to be linking it up here, which we are using for passive income with copy trading over on BitGet. Check it out, it's really cool, and I'm going to make more updates on this in the coming days. Okay, so now we have this Bybit and BitGet shield out of the way, and you guys have claimed the bonuses and got ready for all these awesome trades that are coming. Let's talk about the technicals. And to be honest, when it comes to technicals, as of right now, if you haven't watched my previous video, go ahead and watch it right now. And by the way, always guys and girls, share these videos with your friends and family members. There is a share button below this video in YouTube that you can use to share it on your social media, so that we, number one, grow as a community and you know, educate as many people as possible and prevent them from losing money, but also just simply to, you know, grow the channel itself. So that would be very much appreciated, and it's in your hands to help me out to grow as my Krallo YouTube family, and thank you in advance. Okay, so in this instance, in terms of technicals, again, we're still facing huge resistance, and we are going down perfectly in our channel right here, which I've told you about before. And call me Mr. Spot On down in the comments right now, because I told you, don't trust all the moon boys on YouTube saying that long Bitcoin, long. And look where this is heading right now with all the longs, infinite longs. That's why I told you that I'm more short biased. And actually, my problem was that I missed this false break right here, and a lot of my community members actually took this short trade from here, which is absolutely beautiful. And I mean, it's a nasty move down, but it still is moving down, so that's good. And we're currently being squeezed in this wedge right here, which currently standing at right the 20K mark. So this is a very important point technically right now. Then the next support is going to be obviously the previous all-time high at about 19,640, and then this support from the weekly chart. charts. So technically, nothing really changed much, except for the fact that, just as I have predicted, that we're going to be moving downwards or actually sideways and downwards. And no, huge to the moon is ever going to happen in this instance, which is actually the case. So I saved you some money, or actually made you some money if you've taken nice short trades here, which I actually mentioned in the previous videos, that the break of this support right here would be a nice short trade. So anyway, let me know that in the comments if you've made some money using my calls, and that would be very cool. Just remember, it's not financial advice, it's just what I'm personally doing. Now, let's quickly take a look at some important stuff, just really to get it out of the way. SEC chairman categorizes Bitcoin as a commodity, and this is actually very good news, right? So, I mean, obviously we had to have some kind of resolution sooner or later, and SEC, Gary Gensler is not a very friendly guy when it comes to crypto, and if it would have been up to him, he would classify everything as a security, and it would be really bad. But since now we are starting to see some resolve, and as he said, that some of them, including Bitcoin, are commodities, and that means that it's actually going to fall under the regulation, more under the regulation of the Commodity and Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, which is more lenient towards crypto. So that's good news. Some small good news. Now the next thing, which is not good news, and this brings us into the dates and times that you really have to be watching out for. And this number one, BitMEX co-founder Arthur Hayes warns of a potential mega crypto dump ahead, and here's his timeline. So basically, as the 4th of July falls on Monday and it's a federal and banking holiday, this is a perfect setup for yet another mega crypto dump. The closely tracked crypto capitalist says that during the US Independence Day weekend, he expects a significant drop in liquidity, which he notes does not bode well for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So basically, there might be a big drop in liquidity on that weekend, on 4th of July, which can be actually used by others to manipulate the price, etc. And we might actually see, and I agree with him, that this is actually a possibility for us to see that one last leg down, which I'm going to be personally using. If you're going to go down to like something like $14,000-$15,000, I'm going to be going in heavily in terms of my spot trading and buying in different altcoins, and mostly Ethereum and Bitcoin. So this is July 4th. This is what you have to be watching very, very closely, because there has it actually is quite an important time. Now the next thing you have to be watching is the Grayscale's spot ETF that I've actually told you about previously, which is going to affect the price tremendously. Because if we're going to see finally the spot ETF being approved, we'll definitely see a rally upward. And if it's going to be not approved again, which is a firm possibility, it's going to be a dump down to at least 18K, or maybe it's actually going to coincide somehow with 4th of July, which is what I've just spoke about. This could be a double trouble for us to actually go much lower and go into the vicinity of my bottom that I think is going to be the bottom in vicinity of $14,000 to $20,000 in this vicinity, or in the worst case scenario between $10,000 and $14,000. So this is these are the two most important times. Then one more thing that really have to be paying attention to, which comes the soonest of all these things, and that is going to be the CPI, the report on inflation, that actually the Fed gives more weight to, and that is going to be it's going to be actually at 8:30 a.m. on June 30th. So this is going to be incredibly important right here. So basically, personal consumption expenditures price index, next release June 30th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. And again, we all know that the inflation is bad. So, and nothing is really changing right now. So what can we expect from PCE? If it's going to be just as bad as the CPI was, I mean, that's already priced in. But if we're going to see something like absolutely ridiculously terrible, then that's what we have to watch out for. And it's going to be an potentially another big catalyst for a short trade. Or if it's going to come out ridiculously good, which is very, very unlikely, but it's possible. Therefore, since it's so unlikely, the market has not priced such a good news in at this point, so it could be a very interesting. So these numbers, they always have to be at some kind of an extreme, not in the middle, not a confusing number, which just the market is not going to know what to do with. It's going to have to be an extreme, either very good or very bad, for us to actually make any kind of a call, the fundamental call on the price, and trade it, either longing it or shorting it. So now the next thing is what I meant to mention is in the charts. I'm going to get to it in just a second, a very cool one. But so remember, CPE 30th, then a grayscale at any point before July the 6th, which is their actual deadline, and July the 4th, the potential liquidity thing that could be manipulated, and we could see another huge leg down. So in the next literally like a week, we have so many things coming out that will have a tremendous effect. And finally, Bitcoin is going to finally start moving, because currently we're just seeing, quite honestly, just a side move-ish activity, just doing nothing. Just as I told you before, that this is my best case scenario, that we're just going to be going to the side. And the same thing coincides very well with BBWP. We've seen this before, that when we are seeing a large move in the extreme of BBWP, the volatility indicator, then it is actually faced with a lot of consolidation. The same thing is just like right here, and then we are seeing some consolidation here until some catalyst event, one of which I've just mentioned in this video, will finally move the price either up or down. So this is what I'm looking out for. But now, guys and girls, what I really wanted to take a look at and wanted to really show you is this thing right here. And this right here is the price chart of Amazon. So, and this is the inception 1997, and then this is, and it did so well, it went from 8 cents all the way to like $5. You know, a similar crazy climb like we were seeing in cryptocurrencies, and then we've seen an insane drop in the price from the all-time high during the dot-com bubble. When it burst, it went all the way down like 95%. It's absolutely crazy. So this is exactly what we're seeing in the cryptocurrencies in these market cycles, especially altcoins and Ethereum. So you could say that this is very similar to the behavior of the Ethereum. And where do people capitulate? Right here, they're saying, oh, it's finished, it's done, it's over. And can you imagine if you were one of those people, maybe you bought into Amazon in 98 at, let's say, dollar something, and then it went down to like 32 cents, and you said, you know, all of this is scam, it's all a Ponzi scheme, dot-com bubble is bursting, it's all over, it's all, you know, cascading liquidations, which we're seeing right now in the cryptocurrencies. And maybe you would be right, but at the same time, you know, some of those companies in dot-com bubble, they really burst. I mean, some, like we're seeing a bunch of shit coins being flushed down the toilet right now. But with the strong ones will always come out on top, because they provide utility, they provide safety, or they have some kind of other use to them. So it's not just a, you know, a shit coin, like for example Dogecoin or, you know, Shiba and Floki, whatever. So, and then these coins, the shit ones, are gonna just hit the zero for sure. I mean, in this bear market, a lot of the shit coins are gonna hit absolute zero, and they're gonna be erased. But then the strong ones are gonna show similar performance to what Amazon did. And if you might remember, if we're gonna go into history, then at some point Amazon actually showed this kind of growth later on in the coming years. And with cryptocurrencies, I think that this kind of growth is going to be much faster. So from the bottom to the top, it did 58,000%. 58,000% from the bottom. And from their previous all-time high before the burst of the dot-com bubble, it did 3,200%. So let's just that sink in for a second. So if Bitcoin is going to do something similar, and it will, but it's not necessarily going to have to look in the same way, you know, the chart, the price itself, but the concept is going to be very similar. Because when people are saying a drop like this, they're just absolutely going mental, but they don't really know what's lying ahead. And I think that ahead of us, we'll see something like this. Right, guys and girls, I'll link a tutorial to Bybit over here if you don't learn how to trade properly over in Bybit, how to do technical analysis, etc. So check it out, learn it right now. It's a 40-minute long video, but it's gonna make you a good trader out of you. And as always, make some noise down in the comments. Let me know if you agree with me, disagree with me. What do you think about the price right now? Are you bearish or are you bullish? And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.